And welcome back to another episode of our podcast series where we'll be talking about everything innovation, entrepreneurship as it relates to apparel and textile. Joining me today is Kireety Madiraju. He is the Director of Innovation at MAS Active, and he has over 23 years in the apparel and textile manufacturing space. And so we're here to learn more about his insights and where he thinks the future of fashion and apparel is going. So thank you so much for joining us, Kireety.
My pleasure.
So Kireety, tell me, as the Director of Innovation, what does innovation mean to you?
Let me put it in a simplified manner. It's about elevating the product and the experience of the users from what they used to.
Is that what drives your innovation, sort of the consumer feedback and sales?
Absolutely. So if you're creating a product which doesn't meet or satisfy the undermet or the unmet need of the consumers, those products are not aimed at anyone. So we always base our concepts, ideas on what the consumers are looking for in terms of pain points, in terms of solves. Then you know who you are serving. Then you know whether your product is living up to those expectations or not.
So in your earlier answer, you touched upon something really interesting. You described it as a purpose-driven innovation outlook. Is that how you interpret what you do every day?
Absolutely. So I think some of the parameters for innovation are kind of given in terms of you have to make the product perform better, lighter, faster in terms of its sweat evaporation, odor, resistance, etc. In addition to that, we ensure that all the aspects of raw materials and manufacturing is sustainable and low impact. What we mean by that is we ensure we select which raw materials which are from a renewable base, which can be recycled, which are bio-based, which would be biodegradable at end of use, and also the manufacturing processes which are low impact, which uses less energy, less residue left at the end of the process. Because as you know, this industry is one of the top polluters globally. So we want to change that. And we believe the way to change that is to ensure our every new product we bring to the market is more sustainable than its previous version. So that ways we ensure that that's our contribution to the planet and to the customers we work with.
So you mentioned that the pandemic had caused a lot of consumers to sort of rethink what they were buying and what it was made out of. How has the pandemic affected us as a manufacturer and the maker of such of these products?
No, I mean, it has impacted the whole world. I think that's quite obvious, right? So before the pandemic, I mean, all of us experienced, we had an office attire, office wear, work wear, whatever you call it. Then when you were going out in the evening to catch up with friends, then you have a casual wear. Then whenever you're working out, you have a workout wear. So and then you kind of at home you wore sleepwear or lounge wear, whatever. So you every week people had 4 different types of clothing they had. Now, this pandemic combined all of them into people got up in the morning in whatever they were sleeping in, and as long as waist and above they were looking good, they were taking their Zoom calls, etc. And there was no going out, so there is no casual wear required. They're not going to work, so there's no work wear required. And that in lounge, stay-at-home clothing became their workout wear as well. So it has combined 4 different clothing segments into one. Now this, for people who manufacture athleisure, saw it as an opportunity. And people who do the other categories of product still haven't recovered, right? Because woven trousers, suiting, tie industry, they're all going through
the formal wear.
Absolutely, they are impacted majorly. So how it has impacted the workout, athleisure, previously there was a little bit of a segregation that you focused on quick drying, faster, lighter materials for real workout. And athleisure is all about comfort. So those two categories merged as well. So now the idea is you create a product in which you should be able to take a Zoom call, means waist above, you should look decent enough. Then that same product you should be able to do workout at home, because that is another major trend. I think the pandemic has made people more aware that if you're a healthier person, the impact of the virus is very low on you. So it created awareness that staying healthy is more important now than before. So they're working out a lot more. So hence, your clothing should be able to support whatever workout that people are doing at home, mostly app-based indoor workouts where you follow the app and do the process, or you have stationary bikes at home that you use. Your clothing should be able to take in that workout, keep you comfortable, and ensure that you don't, the odor is managed, means antimicrobial, anti-odor finishes, etc. So our focus is creating more and more capsules of these products that the consumers would love to be in throughout the day. Stay comfortable, work in it, work out in it, and also spend the rest of your day in it. So that is how it has impacted.